What's up, guys? Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blueclouds Media. Another day. It's a beautiful day. We're here. We're back again, streaming live. Welcome to everyone's welcome to this football platform, football enthusiasm, to an exclusive live stream on Willing and then secret behind Chelsea FC. So, groundbreaking 900 million transfer strategy, and they are unwavering confidence in adhering the financial fair play regulation. Also, here you guys can join us as we explore the joy-dropping figures that mastermind driving and deals, and then buzzing surrounding Chelsea's transfer dealings. Also, how much money they've spent so far. We will get into it. Also, we're about to dive into the heart of the matters, unveiling the intricacy. Yes, there's a lot of matters going on here. People don't understand the difference between the player moving from one club on a free and then the player moving from one club with a certain price tag. When there is, what would I call it? When there is a clause for a certain football club to trigger the clause is way different from when a player moves on a free to another football club. So we'll look into that as we're here. And also we'll look into the partnership between Enzo Fernandez and also Moises Caicedo, what is going to bring into the football team and how it will move the club forward going forward. So as usual, I'm being joined here by my co-host, Steven. Welcome to the stream, brother.
You all right?
Yes, I'm doing all right. We've seen all the news from yesterday. How are you feeling?
Yeah, all right. Bit tired, but it's good. Chelsea are given something for us to be excited about. Absolute chaos. I don't know what we're going to do in the next few years because transfer windows aren't going to be exciting for Chelsea news because the plan is to build the team and then replace as and when we need. So we won't be doing as much business. So things will be boring. The only thing we would have left to do is laugh at teams like Liverpool who keep missing out on potential targets.
So Chelsea's transfer dealing is next probably two transfer coming up. Chelsea's not going to do much at all. All Chelsea have to focus on is try and win trophy, try and get.
We'll have a couple of
signings
we'll make, but after that we won't have many.
I mean, talking about champions, we have to make Champions League slot and also trying to make money in competitions that we find ourselves in. That's how Chelsea can be able to fight and get themselves away from these FFP issues surrounding the football club. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of this content, let me acknowledge your friends and viewers that are already in the platform. Sugar, big up to you. He said, Blueclouds Media, big up to you, Sugar. I hope you're doing very, very well. He says, it's me. Okay, Smart, big up to you, Smart. Big brother from my great, neighborhood, the Nigeria. Big up to you, my brother. I hope you're doing very well. Then we have, what's his name again? Bombastic side-eye. side eye. How do you expect me to say all this, brother? But I'll say it for you as usual. Then our brother returning again. The Blue Club show 100% Chelsea. He said, "Hi, this is Bang Chelsea in from the Senegal. All right, repping Senegalese." Senegal are repping in the platform. Big up to you, brother. This all nation platform, and we are getting into it. We get into this. You send your comments in, and any question that you have regarding financial fair play and how much Chelsea have spent so far. 900 million is what it's stated as Chelsea have spent so far, and we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of it and see how Chelsea can get away from financial fair play. So big up to you, my big brother. Then Sugar, big up to you. Then we have an analysis from Ireland. All Irish, the Irish are also representing on the platform. Big up to you. Every Irish on this platform. Can't wait to see Olise in Chelsea. Shared Nigerians will be very, very happy seeing another Nigerian, the likes of Mikel Obi, the likes of Celestin Baba Yaro, who have represented the Nigerian continent, on the Nigerian country, sorry, or African continent, if I should put it that way. So yes, if Olisa join, Nigerians will be bouncing. That's how the Chelsea community keep growing, the involvement of countries, African countries, and African continent representing the club very, very well. All these, I know Leslie also is the French, but you know he has he's tied with an African country. N'Golo Conte and all those players that have played for Chelsea have a strong relationship with maybe Cameroon and Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana. We've seen Christina Chu. We've seen Barbara Man, who never played. I think that was a very, very bad signing for the football
He
club. We've seen
did,
Michael
but
Essien.
only a handful of
Yes.
times.
Yeah, but he's been on loan all this. He played a little bit for Chelsea, but I think that was a very, very bad signing. Yes, we can't wait to see Olise here as we start. Steven, where do we start from? Do we
Mhm.
start from the combination of the togetherness of Enzo Fernandez and Mrs. Caicedo? We've seen all those pictures. If you want to take us through some of the pictures we've seen and what he said he's here to be a legend of the
I've not
football club.
seen the
That
interview that
alone.
came out today. I need to watch that afterwards.
I've watched the interview and it's very, very inspiring. It is very, very inspiring. He said a lot about his mom.
The only
He
bit
said,
I've seen is that he wants to, like, he's got to make himself a legend, basically. That's the only bit I've
yes.
seen or
Yeah,
heard.
he did said a lot. He did
I've not
said
seen
a
the whole
lot.
thing
And
because I've been busy.
yeah, actually, it looks like he's scared of having the ice water bath. There was a short clip of him and
Oh, I saw that. I
Benchimo
saw
was
that
like,
clip.
yeah,
He's just
that's like they're
mocking
trying to
it.
force him to get in. Yeah. Yes, he did. If I can take you through some of the interviews and stuff that he said, he did spoke well of his dad, his mom and his dad, brothers and sisters. It looks like the lady in the picture during when he signed for Chelsea, that lady could be his girlfriend. In from what I'm reading, that could be his girlfriend. And then he did spoke very, very well. To be honest with you, he spoke very, very well of his mom and dad. It looks like his dad is not in the healthiest, best condition to be with him in London yesterday. So what he said is his dad is sending his he's been supporting him and the mom and everything, that he hoped that dad could be here. I don't know. The way he said it looks like either the dad has passed or the dad is not in a best health condition to be able to
Mhm.
fly with him. But in the other way, he's very, very happy. He gave so much thanks to all Chelsea fans, and he can't wait to be on the pitch and play. And since he said there was no doubt of him coming to Chelsea when Chelsea called on him. There was no doubt for him to be there. Is the link getting sent to the chat? Yes, bombastic. I will send the link to the chat. Give me. I usually we want to carry the message across, the discussion across in about 20 minutes. And after the 20 minutes, we'll send the link. And the show is just for an hour. So after 20 minutes mark of discussing the topic, I will send a link in for you. Do not worry at all, bombastic. I know you're very great fan of this platform. So yes, this show is created for you guys. So I will send the link in, and after 20 minutes, so you guys can have your say. Let us know what you make of Moses Caicedo's signing for Chelsea. Let us know what you guys also make of the amount of money that Chelsea have spent, and what expectation do you think the fans will be expecting from the team so far? And also let us know what you think of Mauricio Pochettino's tactical, and then in the game also Chelsea and Liverpool. If you watch the game, let us know what you make of the game so far. So in the next 10 minutes time, I will be dropping the link in the comment section below, guys. It's all for you. The show is for you. It's all up for you to come up here and have a voice. You have a voice, this platform will give you the voice to air them out. So yeah, thank you very much, Bombastic Side Eye, being here today. Then he said, where is my okay, yeah, he said what is he said Donnarumma or Diego Costa to Chelsea. Who you thinking?
Diogo,
Donnarumma
goalkeeper
is
from
not gonna
Porto.
move. Yeah, Donnarumma is never gonna move because he is on a high wages. He's getting lots of money, and also, PSG is also a big club. Although they haven't won what we've won in Europe, they're also a big club, and they want to achieve more. So there's no way PSG is gonna offer their number one goalkeeper, world class goalkeeper, to Chelsea, as Chelsea have let Kepa Arrizabalaga join. Real Madrid, but definitely there will be a player coming in. There will be a player joining Chelsea, a goalkeeper joining Chelsea, and also some more players will be joining Chelsea. And also, he said, "You are a legend. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I'm a legend in my own way, but I really take it. I'll take it from you, my brother. Thank you very much." Steven Caicedo, he spoke a lot. We'll dive into it. What else do you want to add to it in terms of before we get into the nitty gritty of the financial fair play?
Honestly, I don't know what else there is to add. I've not seen the interview yet, so I can't comment on it. But I plan to watch that once the stream's done. But they've just put up like a behind the scenes thing of his first day, so including that clip we saw from how they announced it with his mum in the car. That's in there. Basically, everything, how they did the photo shoot, stuff like that, that's in the behind the scenes thing that I presume's just gone live because I'm seeing everyone tweet it now. But he supported Chelsea when he was younger. And he's, I believe, already said that once Chelsea came in, like, he wasn't going anywhere else. It was the only club he wanted to go to. At the end of the day, the funniest bit is that Liverpool wanted Lavia. They then went, oh, we got a bit of money now, let's go Caicedo. Only wanted us, so he rejected them. And now Lavia looks like he's coming to us instead. But yeah, I don't know what else has been done on that. But if you want to move on to the athletic thing, do you want to do that?
Yeah. We're gonna dive into it in terms of how much Chelsea have spent so far. The deal between the deal worth 150 million, which is 145 million dollars, and also Moises Caicedo. Players like Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and also Southampton Lavia. Chelsea really intend to spend 300 million on the midfield alone. No other. They intend to spend that much of money. So if Chelsea are able to spend that much of money on the midfield, it means, just like we said, the next window, they were not going to spend that much money in certain areas. Defense is covered right now. The midfield is covered right now. So Todd Boehly and Egbali intend to spend that much of money. So Stephen, if you calculate 115, Lavia was definitely going to go around 50 to 60 million, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 50 million guaranteed, isn't it? 50 million guaranteed and then add-ons for Lavia.
And then the add-ons for Latvia. So 150 million, and they're looking forward to spend 300 million. So that makes it. And then we have to add Enzo Fernandez, which is 106 million. So that is pretty much around 300 million in that aspect.
Close enough, yeah, basically.
You talk about taxes,
but at the same time, when you think about it, though, the midfield is what people sometimes refer to as the engine room of the team. Everything has to go through the midfield. Our defense is quite strong. I was saying this on the stream yesterday. Our defense is quite strong. Our backup defense looks like it's going to be strong as well. The only thing I want is a backup keeper now. Bettinelli's injured anyway, but he can be third choice, and we can loan one of the academy keepers, keep the other academy keeper with our actual academy. And then all we got to do, you get Elise in, just get in Kunku fit, maybe go for a striker, maybe. Because AFCON is January to February again this season, isn't it? And then I think it moves to the summer, the next tournament. So we're going to be missing Jackson for about a month or so, potentially. So get another striker. And I've seen some people saying potentially Tony as well.
There is a breaking news out here. Let me bring it out real quick so the viewers that are watching and listening could get it. Apparently, Kevin De Bruyne will be missing a couple games. He has surgery in his, I think, in his knee or something like that, and he'll be going out for 4 months from the Premier League. So breaking news is Kevin De Bruyne
confirmed surgery, but he's definitely out for months, right?
Yeah, he'll be out for 4 months, according to Pep Guardiola. And what he said, and Stephen, we did not even mention Leslie Oguchukwu. I'm sure that's the name. Oguchu. Yeah, that's the name. Then Caicedo,
Leslie, just make life easier for both of us.
Yeah, Caicedo, Santos, and Andrew Santos, and also Enzo Fernandez. All these guys in the midfield that amount of money, 300 million. If we have to look into that
as well.
Kendi appears, who hasn't joined yet. He'll join when he's 18 years old in that aspect. So go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, so what I was saying is the only thing I want us to get a backup keeper / someone who's good enough to challenge Sanchez. And then if you get someone to challenge Sanchez, I'll feel very confident. Okay. I feel very confident if we get someone who can challenge Sanchez, because then I feel comfortable with both goalkeeping options. I think the only reason that Sanchez was making quite a few mistakes the other day is that he wouldn't have been prepared to play. Up until about Saturday night, you would have been thinking Kepa's playing, but obviously that Madrid deal moved so quick, it was probably quite sudden, like you're now starting, and then you've not, like, you would think they'll always prepare, like you want to be the starter, but you don't always. Like, if you know that you're not guaranteed to be the starter, you don't always have the same level, if that makes sense. Like, you'll be doing good in training, but you won't have, mentally, you won't be like, okay, I know I'm starting, and you won't be in the right headspace. But you're told quite late on, in like before the game, less than 24 hours, I would imagine he was told before kickoff that you're gonna be the guy that's starting, and then you're at a big club as well. It's the first home game of the season against a big team in Liverpool as well. That's a lot of pressures. Like, it's not going to be easy for him to suddenly go, oh, wow, I'm starting. Like, you weren't expecting to start it because the team was probably decided like the day before, the Friday, I would presume. So the whole Friday, Saturday, you're thinking, okay, I'm on the bench. And then suddenly, bang, you're starting for us. It's got to be a very difficult situation.
That's right, 100%. There's a lot of Stephen, you're spot on. Thank you very much, Stephen. There's a lot of comments in there, and brother over here, he will tell you he is part of our Chelsea group. That if you want to be part of the group and also get giveaways and stuff like that, we do give away data to all our followers that are in that group. I'm gonna send a link in there. If you're on the platform, you want to be part of that social media group, WhatsApp group, I'll send a link in there, and feel free to join. So we have a lot of members on Chelsea Inside, BC and into bracket Chelsea Inside. We have Chelsea Inside on WhatsApp. You can join that WhatsApp group. And also, big up to you, Makim. Big up to you. Hope you're doing very, very well. You can join us here. I'm trying to get the link for the group over here. So anyone that is free, you want to join us on that, you want to join that platform, enjoy some of our benefits, which is data if you find yourself in a situation where it's difficult to to socialize or communicate with other people through social media platforms, and you're out of data, this platform can help you get some data for yourself. So when I get a chance, I'll send the link in there. The link is right there. I'll post it there so anyone can join it.
Have you seen the comment before that, by the way?
Yeah, I'm about to read the
From
comments. Guys, send your comments in. Send your comments in. Uh, I'm gonna start from where the comment started from. Okay. My brother here said Hazard. Hazard to be back to Chelsea. I think he mean Hazard to be back to Chelsea. Hazard is back, but he's not going to be a footballer. Hazard has retired from football, both international
not
and club
officially, but it
football.
does look like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. So my brother here, Sugar, said I watched Moises Caicedo video on Facebook as usual. Yes, wherever you found yourself to watch those videos, thank you very much for watching it. And also Beat 47 Ans, I think 7 and Beat 47 Ans. He said Salah and Allison to Saudi with official what dead Liverpool. Okay, dead Liverpool. Salah, I don't think he will be moving to the Saudi league right now. Listen, I don't think so because
He might,
is
but
there
Allison
any
isn't.
other? Yeah, Salah might, but he just signed it. He just signed a new contract with lots of money. So why would Salah leave now, Stephen? Why would he leave right now if you have to go to the Saudi league? And then also Allison is not going anywhere because it's not that easy to be able to find a world-class goalkeeper to replace Allison at Liverpool right now. There's no way Allison is moving anywhere. So
just quickly on that, on the Salah thing, it depends because was that the other day him being disappointed in being subbed off, disappointed in his own performance, disappointed in both? Is there more tension behind the scenes than what we know? There's a lot of factors. Maybe he does want to go. We don't know. But if there's tensions behind the scenes, you could see him going for sure.
But I could, from judging clubs, I don't know if it's going to be PR talk or something like that. But from what he said, the players are allowed to be upset, and that allows them to perform better if they don't perform well. So one way or the other, look, let's take it like a pinch of salt, and then we'll move on from Salah. If Salah indeed wants to move away from Liverpool, he shouldn't have stayed there to extend his contract, in my opinion. Okay, so my brother said the blue clap Chelsea 100% said all the criticism I gave to Boehly, the man does know his loopholes, but we need to see us challenging for top two now. In his opinion, top two will be very, very difficult. I mean, I'll take Mauricio Pochettino from what he's achieved now. He cannot. I'll just push him to fight for top four. I wouldn't push him that much to fight for top two. Why am I saying that? Because the likes of Arsenal and the likes of Manchester City have had their call of the team for quite a period of time. With Liverpool, Man City have had that team for a long time. Anderson, De Bruyne, and all those players have been there for some time now. They've played together. Our team is very young, and we're still in the developing process. It takes time for us to have the call of team. We need at least 10 games, difficult games, high-profile games to be able to assess the team well and say, look, we can challenge for top two. But then for now, I would say Pochettino, with his resources and what he have now, he has to push for top four, in my opinion. Steven, what do you make of that?
Yeah, top four for sure. I said to you, I think it was yesterday or day before when we were talking on Discord. And I said to you at that point, I said I was looking at potentially doing like predictions for where I think teams are finished. And I was looking at it as going, well, I think Brighton are going to struggle. They've lost two key players. I don't think they're finishing ahead of us. I think they're going to really struggle, especially when they're playing in Europe as well. And then who else was it? Liverpool don't have a DM, right? I think they will struggle.
Yeah, Liverpool don't have a DM.
Newcastle, I think might be all right, but I expect us to finish ahead of them. I think they still need to strengthen some areas of their team for their depth. I don't think they've got that strong a depth yet, but their owners haven't been in long. I'm sure they'll get stronger and more people will suddenly want to start coming to them over the next couple of years. I think they'll
Right.
probably get top 6, but I think we finish ahead of them. Man U, I know it's only been preseason and one game, but they didn't look good from the little. I only saw the last few minutes, and that didn't look good. I want to go back and try and find the whole game, but all I'm hearing is United looked really poor. They got dominated by Wolves and all this. So, given I only saw 5 minutes, I'm going off of that. But Wolves got robbed of a penalty as well. That's the only bit I really
Yeah.
saw. But no, all I've been hearing about them was their performance was poor last night. I want to find out for myself. I want to try and watch the full 90 if I can find it on the internet somewhere. Then I'm going to do that and sort of have a look a bit at it or
Okay.
some highlights. Man City, yeah, let's be honest. We're not finishing ahead of Man City unless something crazy happens. And then, yeah, I think we should. I would expect us to get top 4, top 5. And I think we will get those places. I think we'll get minimum 4th, if not 3rd. I was wondering what your thoughts are. Where do you think we'll finish, or what would you expect at this point, given the summer signings that we've made and how the team looks to be gelling quite early?
I'll get it. I'll get to Stevie. Don't forget your question. Don't forget your questions. But sometimes you got to give a little bit of time to our friends joining us here because probably they don't have much data to stay on all day. Smart, are you there? Smart, are you there? Can you hear me, Smart? Are you there? All right. When Smart is ready, Stephen, what's your question again?
I was just saying, given the summer signings and how the team already looks to be gelling, and now obviously Caicedo and then Lavia and Elise look to all be coming in. Well, Caicedo isn't, but Lavia and Elise look to be coming in. Elise is not ready for at least a month. What's your expectation for the league season and where do you think we'll finish? So it's 2 different questions. What's your expectation? Like, what do you think our minimum should be? And then where do you think we will finish?
See, from what I've seen so far, there's been good transfer dealings and goalkeeper where spot on. We don't have so much problem. Everybody trusts in David. Is this David Sanchez, right? Goalkeeper, I expect is okay. Defensive, we should be solidified. We have even world class. I wouldn't say world class, good defenders that are even on the injury list, which is Wesley Fofana. So in terms of a depth in defense, we are good. In terms of a defensive midfield, we should be good also over there in that aspect. So what I would say is my expectation for Chelsea at the end of the season should be at least nothing but top 4. We should be able to make it to Champions League next season. And also, I think so far preseason transfer dealings has been very good. I don't know if I get all your questions right for you, Stephen. Midfield
So
looks
the
solid.
first one you answered, which was what do you expect? What's the minimum you expect from this team?
Minimum.
The other one
like
was yeah. So in your
let
head,
me go
based on
through
everything, where would you expect the lowest for us to finish?
the lowest.
The
Okay, I'll come to
second
the
one,
lowest.
so you've answered that
Okay.
one. You
Mhm.
answered that one because that was your expectation. But where do you think we will finish? So it's
Okay.
2
Well,
slightly different questions.
let me get back to that question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Blueclouds Media. This is my brother here, Bank from Chelsea. Senegal is representing live over here. How are you doing, my brother? We lost him. Okay. Bombastic. Welcome to the show. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Nah, I feel like Sterling's one of the players I feel like we should be getting rid of is Sterling.
Ryan Sterling, and you want to replace Ryan
Yeah.
Sterling with Hudson-Odoi?
No, I feel like Hudson-Odoi would do a lot better than him at this current moment.
Why do you think Sterling is not fit enough to be in the team at this moment? Why do you think so?
I think his confidence has dropped really, really low. That's the problem. Really, really low from last season. And he just hasn't gained any confidence back from preseason.
Right.
That's what I feel like.
Stevie, you got any questions for our brother over here? It's his first time. I like him. I like all the guys over here joining the stream. Stevie, you have any question for him?
Yeah, so you mentioned Hudson-Odoi, who looks like
Yeah.
he's going to be going to Fulham on the permanent. So my question to you is, if we were to sell Sterling, do you bring somebody into the team that's maybe from the academy who you think's ready? Maybe you've seen them, you think they're ready, or do you buy somebody to come into the team to replace Sterling?
Now,
with the money that
now
you get?
one of the players I do like is that Moreira boy, Diego Moreira.
Diego Moreira.
Yeah,
He's
I really like him. Yeah, I really like him, and I think in the future he could like take Sterling's spot if we do move on Hudson-Odoi. So that's one thing I could see happen. So because we're getting Elise to play it in the right wing, and then Moreira will probably cut in to that right wing, and then probably ship off Sterling.
All right, thank you very much. I'll stay in there. Let me get my brother in here. Bang, how is Senegal doing? It's very loud in there, but it's okay. How's Senegal doing?
Oh, yeah, very fine. You are very fine now.
And tell me how the euphoria is like when Chelsea's playing, and how
I'm very
the
happy.
Chelsea
I'm
fan
very
base
happy to
in
join
Senegal.
right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, here Chelsea have very loud here now.
It's very loud in there. I can barely hear you. But I'm gonna ask you one more question. How is it feeling like when Chelsea signed Moises Caicedo? Can you hear me?
Yeah, here we appreciate really now. Everything we are all happy to sign Caicedo. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking. I think we having some communication problem. There's too much loud noise in the background, so he'll fix that out and come back again. Banga, thank you very much for calling all the way from Senegal. I hope the fans are also growing very loud over there in Senegal. I have some few comments here I'm going to read. This is coming from our brother here who's still with us. He says 900 million spending means that Chelsea is now ambitious and really want to become the same Chelsea this last year. So thank you very much for sending your comments. And guys, if you have any question, also bring it in. We have Stephen and I, and also our brother here who we'll get into all the comments section and then the questions and try as much as we can to give you answers for them. And also it says okay, I've read that one. Sugar says we have giveaways data for our followers. Yes, we have giveaway data for our followers. I'll send that one. I'll send the link in if you are in a part of the world. And like I said, you're struggling to get online to socialize, you can use some of those data for yourself. Also, I'll take Hudson-Odoi over Raheem Sterling. Yes, our brother said that. So we don't realize Lavia Caicedo under 21. Roman bought CFC in 2003. Lavia and Caicedo grew up watching Premier League. Chelsea, 20 years is
prime
history.
Chelsea, 20 years in
Prime Chelsea.
Yeah.
20 years in history. Other clubs need to give us credit. That's true, Makim. That is true, 100% true. The most important thing is when you see young players who wants to play for Chelsea, and you go 10 years or 15 years behind, they are wearing Chelsea jerseys, and that should tell you that the spirit has the spirit that Roman Abramovich brought to the football club has really gone far. So thank you very much, Makim, for your comments. Salah to Steven Gerrard, Saudi team have offered him a contract. We'll look into that. That has a lot of how would I say it? Because Steven Gerrard had so much link between John and Henderson moving him from Liverpool and also to the South Lake to his football club. So thank you very much for that, Salah. Drop your number, guys. Yes, drop your number. Drop your numbers in there. The link is also here, and I'm very, very happy for everyone that has joined here. I want to love you. Said hello, New Zion, and the panelists. I hope you're all doing well, and I'm just now joining you from work. Thank you for everything you do. I want to love you. He said, Makim Neum. I'm sure that's the name. I love Oluse, but are we dismissing Madueke? Madueke is injured at this moment. We're not dismissing Madueke. We're trying to build a team that has, he's on his way back. So Madueke is still on recovery. So once he gets back, there will be enough squad depth for competition. No one has secured any position yet. A few players have secured a position. Players like Enzo Fernandez, I would say. David Sanchez, I would say he has also secured that position number 1 slot because Kepa Arrizabalaga is no more with Chelsea. He is with Real Madrid. So yeah, the goalkeeping position, and then some position at the centre back role. Ben Chilwell, I say he has secured that position, fighting, and also he has to be going back and front with the Cucurella. But that right back position is for Ben Chilwell. Left back position, Reece James. We know Reece James takes that position. In the middle, we know Cowell also have secured that position, but not well. He'll be fighting that position with Badishia, and also we know Thiago Silva, the right center back position. He's there for it. So that's just by the way. Let's take some more from Bombastic. Bombastic, what do you make of Chelsea's preseason this year, and then what you've seen from the team so far, and also what you make of the game against Liverpool just Sunday?
I feel like our preseason went really well because it taught us a lot last preseason because we lost so many games from last preseason, and we had to get off to a good start in this year's preseason, and there's a lot of pressure on the young players as well. But yeah, I feel like it was a good game against Liverpool. I feel like those young players felt the pressure at the start of the game. They must have felt really shaky. But once they grown into the game, you saw in the second half they played with pure confidence, and Pochettino must have said something to them at half time to get them really going, and then they got that goal from Axel Disasi. So I feel like it was a good game. I feel like we'll do really well this season, and that preseason helped us a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to love you said if you're new in the chat, welcome. Please remember to like, comment, and share the video. Guys, do not forget also to like the video and also share the video on any other social media platform you find yourself. That will help the channel to grow and then get to other people that don't know much about Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. So thank you very much. I want to love you. And yes, what you said is more spots on. Some of the players were more shaky, and also we've seen new players, almost about 11 or 12 men on the pitch who hasn't played each other before in the Premier League. So definitely we were not really expecting that much, but we're expecting Chelsea to beat Liverpool. Just we know where Liverpool are at this moment in time. So all that you've said makes a lot of sense. And Stephen, your question was, where do I see what's the list?
Yeah, so you said
from Chelsea Football Club.
You said essentially your expectation is, what was it?
Top 4,
fifth, I think you said, right?
Yeah, 4th. Yeah,
you said top 4 is your expectation. Where do you think we will finish now? So that's your expectation. You don't think we should finish lower than that. Where do you think we actually will finish? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sugar, I'm not getting your question. He says, bro, please stop. Who is I'm not getting your question. Get it back again, Sugar, so I can give you an answer. Yes, Stephen. I said at least I'm expecting Chelsea to be in the top 4. Right, that's the least I'm going to expect from Chelsea.
Yeah.
But in terms of
where do you think though?
What do I do? What?
So, for example, for me, I have the expectation we should finish no lower than 4th.
Okay.
But I think we'll get 3rd. Based on the teams around us, I think we'll get 3rd. That's what I think. But my expectation is no lower than 4th.
That is true. I agree with you, Stephen. From what I've seen so far, I've watched all the games. I've watched Manchester City to yesterday's game, Manchester United, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. And from what I'm seeing, Chelsea can really, really push to the 3rd position because Manchester United, they look very, very shaky. Majority of the game, it was all Wolves because before the preseason, before the league started, it was all Man City, Arsenal, Manchester United, then maybe Liverpool, Chelsea 5th. Everyone put Chelsea 5th or 6th. But now the prediction have changed. Even I've been listening to the odd and looking at the odd. It's been changed. They've moved Chelsea to the 4th position, and which is understandable, which is also clear because the likes of Moises Caicedo change everything. More or less, if Chelsea get Lavia, who has agreed to join Chelsea, it changed the whole dynamic of Chelsea's setup again. So that's what do you think, Mr. Bombastic side? What do you think? Do you I like that name. It reminds you of is it Shaggy, right? Shaggy, yeah. What do you make of Chelsea's what's the expectations for Chelsea and how low would you see Chelsea? Sorry, Smart,
Oh,
you're
there's
here.
an echo.
Yeah,
There's an
Smart.
echo.
Smart, can you mute your device you're having so you can hear us? Can you mute it? Yeah, can you mute it? The audio is not going through very well. The audio is not going through, Smart. If you, I can't hear you either. It looks like you're trying to speak, but it's not coming through. Nah. There's too much loud noise over there. Can you hear me now? Smart, can you hear me? All right, so let's go back to Let's go back to Mr. Bombastic. He's right there. Did you get my question?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I feel like my expectation, if we do get Elise, one more attacker and a goalkeeper is top 3 at most now because look at Liverpool. They're likely not going to bring in DM. United, I watched them yesterday night. They just didn't look great. They need a midfielder because they're not great in possession. And a lot of teams like Man City, Chelsea will annihilate them when they're not great in possession. So I'm going 3rd is my expectation now that we have Lavia, Olise, and Caicedo. It's a must because top 4 is what I wanted, but I feel like we should be striving for more because Roman has instilled in Chelsea fans that want more, and we've always been a winning club, and I expect at least a trophy and top 3. That was my expectation.
I got some few more questions that I'm going to ask you guys. Do you think that Chelsea's transfer strategy it's a calculated risk or potential financial gamble?
I think it's a financial gamble because even if we get deducted points and we finish in top 4, it doesn't really matter. We've got top 4. So I think I do think it's a financial gamble because we've nearly spent over £1 billion, and it's it's a bit mad.
Yeah.
But it is very smart and it's very ambitious.
That's great. Steven.
Yeah. On this, right? Oh, I can't remember who I was listening to. I was listening to someone speak about it. It might have been the longer version of the Talk Sports segment that we were mentioning briefly yesterday. It might have been a longer version of that. And at the end of the day, what they gotta do, potentially give us a fine slap on the wrist. Okay, we've
Right.
built our team now. It don't really harm us. Like, I'm not saying they're going for that. Of course, you don't want to be going for that. And the way that we've done it, obviously, we said we'll touch on this. You've seen more of the athletic article than me, so maybe you can explain it a bit better than me. But essentially, what they're saying was, I think they said if you do the amortization correct based on, I think it was the law, like under Boehly, the amortized cost of all signings, it's about 150 million, I think they said. And then the money we bought in basically covers it or something, if I'm not mistaken. Because the amount we bought in, it exceeds what we actually spent. So therefore, we're actually covering it.
Yeah, when you talk
But
about
you've
that, you
seen the
talk
article,
about
so maybe you can explain it a bit better than what I
yeah,
can. But that
yeah,
was sort of what Simon Jordan was saying as well.
yeah, because they did even make a little example of it. If like with the example really fits into what Chelsea is really doing, the comparison is look, we even said this yesterday. Look, you're trying. We have Mason Mount who just coming from the academy. He left to Manchester United for free. We did not spend any dime on Mason Mount. We did not pay anything, and this is example that they did made on Athletic, and that makes a lot of sense. If in that aspect, okay,
Yeah, because he didn't cost us anything because he's academy, so straight profit.
right, absolutely, that's 100%. Even the guy was like, okay, the example is, look, if you have Club A signs a player for 50 million and gives him 5-year contract worth of 100,000 a week, you sign the player for 50 million for 5-year contract worth, and then give him $100,000 a week or pounds, whatever currency it is, for a player. Now you have another player that signs for a player that signs for a club, transfer fee agreement. He went for a free transfer and agrees to pay him around 400 a week. 400 a week. Which player do you think is more expensive on a yearly basis? Did you get a question?
That's
Do you guys get a question?
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is, they were saying if you sign someone for 50 million,
Right.
you also have the wages go on the books. So on those wages, that's about 5.2 million, give or take, for the whole length of the contract. So actually, it's closer to 55 million when you do the transfer fee and the wages combined. Compared to someone who you sign on a free, you're not paying that transfer fee, you're just paying the wages, and that wages goes on there, right?
That's true, 100%. And in all, people look at the numbers and the figures, and they think that 150 million
They
is
think it
the
goes
most
on
expensive.
in one hit.
That's it. But for all you know, the one that came in for 50 million, 65 million from Borussia Dortmund in 2022 is the most expensive compared to the one that came in with 150 million. So if you go into numbers, Helen Haaland is the most expensive player in the Premier League right now, more than any other person.
When you factor in wages and everything.
Yeah, when it factored all the wages and everything, it's viewed within this contract and this context. It is very possible that the most expensive player accusations in English football, might actually have been Erling Haaland, a move from Manchester City in the summer of 2022. Once the Norwegian massive salary signing on bonus and agent fees are added to his normally cheap 51 million release fees from Borussia Dortmund. So if you look into that, Erling Haaland is more. That is why Chelsea did not go for Erling Haaland. That is why people did not get it, because we only look at the figures.
Also, we were sanctioned at the
150
time as
million.
well.
Yeah, also we were sanctioned, but they look at just the biggest figure. They don't look into agent fee. Agent fee is ridiculous. Agent fee, all these things are involved. Free agents and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know if Mr. Bombastic want to say something in regards to that.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your location, brother?
Pardon?
What's your location?
Ireland.
Oh, you're the one that said from Ireland. I said Irish are represented on the platform. Great. It's nice to have it should be a regular. You should be a regular listener of this program. And you also can be, most of the time I can have you here on the platform. Smart, you're back again. Smart, what's up? I hope I can hear you better this time. Smart, can I hear you? I hope I can hear you better.
It's quite robotic and cutting out for me. I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah, it's the same way. What's up, my brother representing from Senegal? What's going on, brother?
Yeah.
The noise is much better now. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just was saying that we are happy when we say that Chelsea signed Moises Caicedo. Here in Senegal, we have a very good fans club in our mill, and we represent Chelsea. We love Chelsea for years. We are hard Chelsea fans in our mill. And my question is, what is this problem about?
Can I ask you a question? Can you put?
Okay.
Do you have a earphone? Do you have an earphone? Are you using
Yes,
an earphone? Is that what you?
Yes, I have. I remove it.
No, connect it back so we can hear you. Connect your earpiece.
I cannot it now.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Go on. Your question.
Smart, are you still talking? Smart, are you there? You sound very robotic, Smart. If you have it doesn't work well. Look, StreamYard doesn't work well with these small head pins. You have to have the one that connects to the what do you call the port, the jack, the pin itself, the headphones that comes with the pin. You have to connect that to be able to go through. I mean, your voice to go through the microphone very well. If you're using one of those wireless, sometimes it doesn't work very well. But go ahead, Smart. Let me say something, Smart. Smart is not there. We're having difficulties. People are trying to join. So, Steven, go ahead, Steven. Oh, was it?
Oh no, I think it was Bombastic was talking. I think.
Bombastic, go ahead.
I've completely forgotten what I was talking about.
Okay.
Completely forgot. Smack was talking. He was like, I heard him say hello.
Yeah, I had him once. Yeah, I had him once, and then it was gone. I had him just once. Okay, they're still trying. Steven, any more you want to add to it? Want me to add some more questions? We literally have a few minutes to end the stream.
Yeah, the only thing I have is I don't know if any of you guys saw it on I think it was on Twitter, right? So you know how there was this report that came out that Liverpool are drafting up documents to report Chelsea to
I saw that
the
as
FA
well.
or Premier League or whatever. Have you seen the one where someone mocked it and went, Liverpool were drawing up documents, now they got to redo the documents to include the Lavia fee as well.
Because we're also going for the Lavia fee. But what was the sense of doing that? I thought Liverpool and Chelsea have a good relationship.
Like you would no, forget Liverpool, man. I only like a couple of Liverpool fans. The rest of them can get out of here. I don't deal with them outside of a couple of people.
We have a Liverpool fan in our group. So
So also know one or two just outside the streaming as well. They're all right, but the rest can get lost. But no, it was funny because it's like you would think they would understand how it works because you literally have financial experts yourself for
Yeah.
when you sign players to work this stuff out. So how you gone? Oh, they must be breaching it. Like you of all people surely understand. Yes, it's about 900 million, but it's spread across multiple years. It's broken down. It's not on the books immediately. Unlike when you sell a player, when you sell a player, that goes on the book straight away. So we sold Kovacic for 25 million, then 5 million add-ons. So 25 million immediately goes on to the Chelsea books. Whereas on the Man City books, it'd be spread over the length of his contract. That's the difference between signing and selling. Selling it is immediately on that season's books. Buying it's spread across the length of the contract. Or now because of the
Yeah.
rule change, it's spread over 5 years.
Right.
And I think that's where rival fans, in their moment of saltiness, they sort of forget that because they're just so annoyed that we're finding ways to get around it, that their clubs aren't exploiting, that they just try to make up a load of rubbish.
Big up to you, Gulad Mustafa. Big up to you. He said, what do we have here? Sugar said top four, and then his expectation, I think, for top four. We need new goalkeepers, goalkeeper and a striker. I don't think we're gonna have any striker. Chelsea will be doing with Ryan. We'll
I
be
don't
going
think
with
we'll get a striker. I don't think we'll
Raheem
get a
Sterling.
striker.
I
Yeah,
think we
Raheem
go for one
Sterling,
in
Jackson.
January.
Yeah, I think we'll go for one in January because we have Brozier still. If Brozier stays, I think it'll be Jackson and Brozier
Yeah.
just as our strikers. So I
But in
don't think.
January, there's AFCON as well, is what I was saying earlier. So I think we will end up
Yeah.
with some sort of striker. Unless Burstow
Mhm.
stays around and we trust him, but I don't think he's ready for the Prem. Like, he played for
Right.
Charlton in the
Yeah.
Championship. I don't think he's ready for the Prem. Like, give him a loan. Maybe you keep him around till January, so he's been around the first team. He's got coaching from Poch and stuff like this. And then you evaluate him through training. Maybe he gets minutes in the cup, and then you evaluate that, and then you go, okay, maybe we should send him out on loan.
I think we should send that boy Mason Burstow out on loan for like a
That's
6-month loan and then bring him back when AFCON's on.
What was that, sorry?
Yeah,
That's all right.
I think the young player who was part of the preseason game. What's his name? Bastron again.
Burstow, that's the one I
Bestron.
was just mentioning, yeah.
Yeah. So seeing big up.
Wait, you on about a striker or goalkeeper? You on about striker or goalkeeper? Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that we're not gonna get any striker. Goalkeeper, yes, we have to get a
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
no, but you confuse me because if you were on about goalkeeper, then Bergstrom. But if you're on about striker, then it's Burstow. So I was just trying to figure out because I wasn't here for a second.
I think Bombastic was talking
so
about Bestron. Bestron is a striker, right? Bestron.
Burstow's the striker. Bergstrom is the goalkeeper.
Yeah. He was on the bench. The striker was on the bench. The guy that was on the coming from the championship.
Liverpool.
Yeah, he was on the game. Yeah. I don't know. Probably they have to let him go again.
He's the one that scored against Dortmund in the last preseason game.
Yeah, to get that equalizer for us. But I don't think he's ready yet, Steven. What do you think, Bombastic? I don't think he's ready.
No, I don't think he's ready either.
Yeah, he need at least about 2 more seasons for him to get that maturity because they're gonna bully him. They're gonna bully him a lot. But look, you know what's surprising is his first game at the championship. His first touch was a goal. First game, first touch. As soon as it come on, that was a goal. So I mean, there's a good player in him, but it will take time. There you go again. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back, man. I'm back.
Yeah, don't turn your camera on. Probably it draws so much juice away from your internet. It doesn't allow your voice to come through. So just keep the camera off. And then
don't worry.
What do you have for us?
Okay, don't worry. So I just want to ask. I just want to ask question now.
Okay, go ahead.
So who do you think to challenge our goalkeeper Sanchez? But I think that at this time we are Sanchez cannot be the number one keeper of Chelsea. So we need to get a a top goalkeeper to challenge him? Who do you think for that?
Okay, if I understand your question very right, you said who do we see challenging Sanchez for that goalkeeping role, number one role,
Yes,
or even that position? At
exactly,
this moment,
exactly,
at this
exactly.
moment, I don't know if we've been linked with any other goalkeeper, but Chelsea will be looking for another goalkeeper. We cannot go for the rest of the season with Slonina and the other tall guy. I don't know if one of them is going to stay. And we still have Bettinelli, Stephen, right? We still have
Lenina's
Bettinelli.
gone on loan.
Yeah,
Slonini is
Yeah,
Slonina's
gone.
still on
Bettinelli
loan.
is out injured at the moment.
So a goalkeeper has to come in, and I don't know. I haven't seen any link with a new goalkeeper yet, but a new goalkeeper has to come in and fill the shoes of Kepa Arrizabalaga. And I don't think after the loan season for Kepa Arrizabalaga, he will be coming back to Chelsea again. It might be his last time playing for Chelsea. Either I'm sure he might be on preseason. After preseason, he will be gone, or maybe another Spanish club will come for him because Kepa
Okay.
I
at
mean,
this moment. Kepa is not doesn't want to be a second fiddle when he's playing well. He wants to be the number one.
mhm.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Stephen.
But I saw
My
his
second question
comments,
is
right? Go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let him finish. Go ahead with the questions.
okay. My second question is: do you think that if Chelsea finish in the top four with all the money he spent, it will be an unsuccessful season, or um, will the fans will be happy for that, or do you think that Chelsea have to go so far than top four, like win the title, according to the big money we spent this season to get some top players now? You understand me?
Yeah, I do understand your question. Your question is, with all the money that Chelsea have spent, I know Bombastic and Steven are taking notes of all the questions. I don't want to keep you on for too long, should in case you lose your network. I want to take the question, we'll write it down, and give you answers as the discussion is still going on. Your question is, with all this money being spent on these players, should Chelsea should Chelsea should be able to get top four? That was the question, right, Bang?
Mhm. That's
Right.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. I'll let Steven take it before, and then Bombastic can have it. Steven,
Okay,
what do you
don't worry
think?
now.
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna basically say what I said earlier, that I would both expect and I predict us to get fourth or third. Same as what I said earlier. Based on
Yeah.
who we're signing, the quality that they have, I both expect and predict us to finish either third or fourth.
Do you not add any trophies to that, like
Yeah.
Carabao Cup or FA Cup?
I
We should
mean,
be.
it
At
depends. If
least
we're
the
talking
package should
league
be.
specific, then third or fourth. But if we're talking in general, then yeah, I would expect us to win a cup. I like the depth we have at most positions. I feel like we could use a second string team for the majority of the cup games. So then more players obviously get game time. You're not playing the same players, risking them getting injured because our depth feels like it's stronger this year. So that helps as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you play a Man U, a Man City, you would play more of the big boys, so to speak. The Enzos, the Caicedos, more of them type. But you can play the Santoses and stuff like that. He feels like he's ready for this level. You can play him in the cup games. People like this, Broya, if he's ready to go, you can play him for a couple games, get his fitness ready, see if he's ready to challenge Jackson. But like I was saying earlier, outside the goalkeeper, I like our depth at every position. I would prefer Martin over Kukurea at left back. I know Kukurea's got interest from multiple clubs, whether that be loan or permanent. So I'd expect him to move. So I do think Martin end up being the left back backup rather than backup for the wings. So yeah, I feel quite confident in all our backups. So I would expect like basically a full cup team.
Mhm.
And that can take us quite deep. And then if we need to, you play the big boys. But I would expect at least one trophy.
Thank you very much, Steven. Smart said I'm not happy with my network, and it looks like he's having bad network in Nigeria. We have bad network in Nigeria. I'm sorry. I hope it gets better for you. And I know I'm not upset. I'm okay because I know you're trying very hard to get through and ask some few questions or contribute towards the show. So do not worry. We stream. We do this almost every day. It's going to be on the time. We do this for almost just an hour of streaming. But there's a lot going on here. And then we also want to give time, at least 20 minutes, to our callers and viewers on the show. If we have, I hope we've answered your question for you, brother. And this is what I'll say in regards to your question. Look, with all this spending, 300 million alone going in the midfield, Chelsea cannot go the rest of the season without winning at least an FA Cup or Carabao Cup. At least go for a Carabao Cup if you can win the FA Cup. We have to challenge for something. The next season, there will be lots of pressure. Pressure is still going to be on Mauricio Pochettino to be able to qualify Chelsea for Champions League next season. So with the team that we have, at least nothing but top four. We cannot find ourselves in any other place but find ourselves in the top four. Talk about defense, talking about midfield, attack and role. We have enough good quality players. Quality. Jackson, so good. So good. He can play a false 9 role. He can play he can play his back against the goalkeeper, that role, the number 9 role. He's very, very good, very skillful. And I don't remember the last time I saw that skillful number 9s before playing that role. I saw Fernando Torres play, but he couldn't get play like the way Jackson is playing. Steven, I stand a point of correction. Drogba is not as so skillful as Jackson is, but then very, very good. He's a goal poacher, and if that's how we're gonna put it. Is there any more you want to add, you guys? Is there any more question coming from you, my brother? From Senegal. Is there any more question you want to add to it? I think we lost him. Mr. Bombastic,
Yeah,
Steven. Yeah, we lost him. You guys, you have any more you want to add to it?
No, nothing else to add.
No,
Not really.
not really. No.
I think we've covered more. We've covered pretty much. Steven, anything?
No, I've not got anything to add. Yeah, no, nothing. I thought I had something, but I don't.
I do, one thing to add, I do think the Lavia announcement, people are thinking it's tonight it's going to be, but I think it's going to be tomorrow night. The Lavia
It won't be
announcement's going to
tonight
be,
now.
probably. Yeah, I think it's going to be tomorrow night. But yeah.
It will now because
Oh.
we haven't got it that he's doing the medical now. Whereas initially
Hello?
the plan was to do the medical, get it announced today, like what we did yesterday with Caicedo.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
that'll
Bang.
probably-
Go ahead, Bang. You have any more question?
Yes.
All right, drop it then.
So I think that, do you think that Sterling deserve really to start in Chelsea now? I think that Sterling lose his place in Chelsea now, and the coach does not to believe to give him more. I mean to give him the time, the more time than our young players now. I think that Sterling have to wait. For me, Sterling have to wait now. What do you think about that?
You, from what you're trying to say, is you expect Sterling to start from the bench and give other players the opportunity because Sterling has got so many
Exactly.
fans and he's not proving.
Exactly.
What do you think?
Because if you see the more Sterling is playing, you don't need player like that. You know what I mean?
Bombastic, do you think that Sterling needs to start from the bench and then work his way to the team because he's still not doing anything different from what he did last season?
Yeah, I think he should be starting from the bench at games now because I think Mudrik's far better than him and he's just got that more speed about him. He looks like he wants it more and I feel like he can literally probably slot someone in better than Sterling on the bench as a better replacement.
Steven.
Yeah, if we were to get an offer, I would be accepting it for Sterling so we can get someone else in. Sterling's so frustrating. Like, as I heard a couple of people say they thought he had a good game the other day, and obviously, you know, I was at the game myself, and some of the stuff he does, like I say it all the time, he's so predictable. he does the same thing, and then you see Mudryk come on, and within seconds he's taking his man on. He's playing these little intricate 1-2s with his teammates. Just start Mudryk, man. Start Mudryk over Sterling, please. He's got something. He's confident now. He's got a cook.
Should another question that I want to put out before we bring the stream to an end, and the question is: should football financial controls try to adapt to accommodate such ambitious spending by a football club?
What was that? Sorry, I couldn't fully hear you. Something about spending.
Yeah, should football financial control adapt to accommodate such ambitious spending by Chelsea Football Club or any other club, not just Chelsea alone? I'll say yes. I'll say yes in the sense that it is highly competitive football league. So to be competitive, you have to be allowed to be able to spend money and bring football in to be able to compete for trophies.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is going to be some kind of trying to stop one club from spending money to be able to compete, that is not, then there's not going to be any competition at all. What do you think?
I'll be quick so we can get on to the guests. The rules are changing. So I think it's this summer you're allowed to spend 90% of your revenue, including from player sales and stuff, on wages, transfer fees, and I think agent fees are included in that. You're allowed to spend 90% of all your revenue on that. Next season, it goes down to 80% of your revenue. And then the following season, it's at 70% of your revenue and it's got a lock at 70%. So if you're a club that's got good commercial deals, you're good at selling players and stuff like this, you're going to have a lot more money in terms of revenue. And therefore, you're going to have a lot more money that you'll be able to spend. I think Newcastle will be able to do that in the future. I think they'll get some big deals. They're signing players like Tonali now, stuff like this. So I do think that the new rules might be better for that type of spending. Because obviously you're basically spending what you earn. You're not as capped, if that makes sense. I don't know for sure, but that's basically the way I've interpreted it, is because you're spending a percentage of your total revenue that you get from commercial deals, from sales of players and all that. So the way I look at it, I think these new rules are probably better than what the ones we used to have that have only just obviously been changed from were. I think these ones will be better. Hopefully, anyway. And let's hope that Man City do another 300 breaches and get absolutely mugged off.
I mean, it's kind of weird. It's very weird the way Chelsea are doing all the. Oh, maybe Mr. Bombastic, you have anything you want to say in regards to that question?
I was gonna say the exact same what Steven said.
Yeah.
But you gotta have ambition to want to win. So you gotta spend in every possible way. So that's all I've got to say.
All right. What do you think? Bang. I'm sure it's Bang, right? Bang, my brother from Senegal. What do you make of that? Do you have any contribution here? Hello? Can you hear me? All right. If you can't hear me now, this is what I was saying. I was saying Chelsea is doing all these signings, bringing all these players in, even without a kid sponsorship, without even Champions League money for this season, and we're still being able to sell bring in these players and spend this much money. I should tell you what Boehly and these people are doing. So I think we've said it all today. Thanks to each every one of you that has been part of the show today. I 123 love you, Smart, Sugar, Makeem, and everyone. The Blue Club shows 100% Chelsea. Mr. Bombastic is here with us as the first time. Steven also. Bombastic, I said his name. Okay, so Bombastic, please stay backstage for a second.
Okay.
We're about to end the stream. I want you to stay for a second after the stream. So thanks to everyone that was being here. Like I said, Beat Force 7 Hands. I'm sure that's the name. We'll end here. We'll come back again tomorrow with another live show. My name is Nate Zion. When you see me, you can call me Nee. And then we'll be back again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.